I sit when I pee. Are you going to tell him?
You can tell him.
We watched Puppet Master, Littlest Reich, that Andrew really wanted to watch before, and I said no, where we watched that other movie, which was amazing. This movie, not so good, in my opinion. But I'm assuming you liked it a lot.
I did like it, but I went into it knowing that the Puppet Master movies are not amazing.
Yeah, so this is what, the 9th movie or something?
It's something like that. There's been a lot. It's something like 9 or 10 or...
And he's watched all of them.
Maybe not all of them.
Well,
I know that for a fact, as a kid, me and my brother, we probably watched Puppet Master 3 100 times.
See, I'm sure I've watched, because Puppet Master sounds so familiar to me. You know what I mean? So I'm sure I watched some old one like that, like 1 or 2 or 3 or something, like way early on. But
right.
I don't think it was like more than 1.
I think we watched like the first 3 or so many, many times because, growing up, we had the giant satellite dish that was 15 feet wide on a 30-foot pole and like picking up, transmissions from outer space and aliens and stuff. And
you
aliens
have to know his father to believe that, because I'm
true.
sure that it's true.
Aliens love Puppet Master, so they were playing that stuff on Showtime, the movie channel, whatever we got at the time, or whatever we were picking up from the Middle East or China. I don't know. There was just a lot of satellites that we would tune into and just pop in a VHS and hit record. So we had a lot of, videotapes that we had handwritten things on, like,
Yes. I think your mom still has them, actually.
Puppet Master. She's gotten rid of a lot of them because...
She was like crying the day they were doing it.
Oh, I mean, we had hundreds.
I know, and the day she had to get rid of her shoes, too, was bad.
Yeah. My mom's a hoarder. It's... I don't know. A little bit genetic, but...
A little bit? Mm-hmm.
I'm a lot better about it than my mom. Like, that's for sure.
He's still bad, though.
I can let things go if I realize, okay, I haven't touched it in a year or 2 or whatever. It's time to go.
He's bad about shirts, so every time now we have a rule. Every single time he gets a new t-shirt or any type of shirt, he has to go in the closet and throw one away. And he's doing good with that.
That's true. I think we need to implement that rule for black shoes, though.
Hey, how many pairs of black shoes do I have? Go look into my closet. And
40,
count.
50.
I don't.
This girl goes to the store and says, I need a new pair of shoes. And I'm like, oh, yeah? What? Are they going to be some sort of special color or anything? No, I need some black shoes. Like,
the thing is,
are you freaking kidding me? Every pair of shoes you own is black shoes.
The thing is that when I go and I need black shoes, it's because I'm replacing another pair. And he doesn't understand that, but no. I really, truly am.
You're replacing another pair, but not getting rid of the pair that you're replacing it with.
Yeah, I really am.
No.
I buy cheap shoes, like Payless shoes. So yeah, I do. They get trashed.
No.
Whatever. Anyway, are we going to talk about the movie?
Sure. So, tonight we watched Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich. I thought it was everything that I expected.
I thought it was okay. I really expected to hate it, and I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would. It's hard when you have a tiny little thing this big jumping on you and killing you, but...
Well, I mean, I get that. There was a scene where this one girl was basically standing there for a minute straight as this tiny little puppet was slowly hacking her neck,
right.
And
just had
all
her
the way
arms
across.
down.
She's like, she wasn't trying to stop him. She wasn't ripping him off.
Nobody ever ripped them off.
These puppets defy physics. Like, they generate force that they should not have any business generating.
Right.
Because, like, they might run at 30 miles an hour and then smack into you. And even if something smacks into you that fast, if it's got the weight of a puppet,
right,
it's probably not going to be that bad.
Right.
But these people, like, would just spontaneously explode or
right.
whatever.
Well, when they ran through you, though, that kind of hurts.
Sure. Yeah, that hurts. So, what did you like about the movie?
I like the relationships. Like they spent a really long time with no horror stuff. You know what I mean? Like other than him taking the one puppet down and it like shot out a knife and like cut him a little bit. But other than that, there was really, I mean, there was like horror bits about other people that we didn't know or care about. But the people we knew and cared about, it wasn't until like the end of the movie, it felt like.
Okay.
But I like the relationships that they built.
Which relationships?
The guy and the girl.
Specific.
What are their names?
I don't even know.
I don't
They
even
weren't
know
important
either.
enough to know their names.
I know. I don't remember anybody's name in the whole movie.
And I mean, I don't even necessarily know the main
Puppet.
No, not the main puppet, but the Nazi Frenchman guy, Trudeau or something like that. It's not Trudeau because that's like the Canadian Prime Minister.
Yeah.
But it's something really. It might be him. I don't know. But it's something similar to that. But
Yeah.
I know that I know it when I'm sober.
Yeah.
But right now I just don't. The guy who was kind of the main character, you said you recognized him from TV shows or something like that.
Yeah, and I can't remember what it was from at all. Like I just can't.
I recognize him as well. I don't know who the heck he is. He's kind of like a comedy, like dry comedy actor.
Yeah, and I don't think I've seen him in much. I think look down there. Scroll down.
Let's see.
Is he one of those people right there?
Maybe Thomas Lennon.
No, that's not him.
Yeah, he is. It's Thomas Lennon.
Oh yeah, he is. So what else is he in? Check out his
So,
IMDb right there. I'll tell you.
The main character, Thomas Lennon, who played, I don't know, some no-name character. He was in Reno 911. I think he wore short shorts. That's probably where I know him from.
Oh yeah, he's been in a bunch of different stuff.
He's been in American Dad, Santa Carlita Diet.
Thundermans. That's what I'm thinking about. The Thundermans.
The Thundermans? Oh yeah, that's true. We watch a lot of kids shows.
Not so much anymore. They seem to like hang out in their own room now that we have their own rooms. But
yeah, let's see what else. He's been in a lot of stuff.
He's been in a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Let's see.
I think this is the first time that I've seen him as like the main character. I think he's usually like, look, How I Met Your Mother. That's what I'm talking about. So I think he's usually plays like the second character, not even the second, but like
a supporting
off-the-wall
actor. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so what else about this movie?
So what did you hate? What did
I
you
just
not
hated.
like?
I mean, I didn't hate anything. I wasn't a big fan of the puppet masters that are the puppets. They were too small. You know what I mean? But I mean, I can't imagine another way to make the movie without them being that small. But yeah, I just knew yesterday or the other day. I just knew the other day.
Continuity errors, babe. You messing up the continuity.
I was gonna keep going.
So we might or might not be filming these out of order from when they're getting posted. Anyway, you knew at some point in time before we watched this
That I wasn't gonna like it because they were gonna be small.
Yeah, they're puppets.
Right, that's my point. I knew they were puppets. That's why I knew I wasn't gonna like it.
Sure.
Saw the trailer. I was like, they're very small.
Right. But they've got knives and stuff.
Right.
So, like, growing up as a kid and having a very vivid imagination as I do,
Right.
I watched these movies. I had a lot of toys. I had a violent imagination. I had an older brother.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of horror movies. So I would imagine like my Wolverine, action figure, just slaughtering the rest of my action figures and stuff. Cool stuff like that. So that kind of brings me back to my childhood, and I'm like, yes, awesome stuff. But I mean, you go into a movie about puppets killing people, knowing this is not quite reality.
No, I know that.
So I didn't have unrealistic expectations of the film. I did think that with some of the reviews that I heard through people like Dread Central and things like that, that it would be a little bit more funny than it was. I expected to be,
it wasn't very funny at all.
Pretty amused the entire time, but I was just like, okay, I'm amused on a very sick level because, I don't know, I like really warped kill scenes.
Yeah.
Like the baby kill scene where...
See, for me, I'm glad that you liked it.
Yeah.
Like, I really am. But for me, that is what got me. Like, some of the stuff was like, that one guy, can I tell him that the guy died?
Tell him.
The one guy got up, went to the bathroom. I mean, this is disgusting.
It's probably the best scene in the movie.
Went to the bathroom, was peeing. They were showing him peeing into the toilet. What was in the toilet that was not removed from the last time he went? He was peeing there, and then a freaking thing came through the wall. I don't even remember, and like shot his head off. His head fell into the toilet. This. I mean,
new to the series, from what I know. Like, I don't remember there ever being a drone type puppet, but it was like a drone, like a DJI Phantom with a puppet body on it, and only one propeller.
Yeah.
So he's flying along, comes into the bathroom where this guy is taking a leak, chops his neck. The guy's like, whatever, and he's still peeing.
Peeing. As his head is in the toilet, he's peeing on his face.
He comes around, chops his head completely off. The head flies off of his neck for whatever reason, directly into the toilet bowl, makes a three-pointer. He starts peeing on his own face.
Yeah, he's still standing up, peeing on his face.
It's incredible.
It's disgusting.
Incredible.
It's disgusting.
Peeing on your own face because you got your head cut off by a puppet. I think that deserves 10 points. From the...
That was my least favorite part of the movie, like 100%.
100% my favorite part.
And I normally like the gross stuff. I do. I normally like the gross scenes in a horror movie. That's what I usually like. And that's why we usually get along. But that scene was too gross. It was like one step too far.
No, see...
Like, if the toilet had been clean, I think I would have been okay. But it was just that dirty toilet while he was... it was just disgusting.
I think there was a lot of aspects of this movie that were intentionally designed to push the boundaries and be upsetting.
Right, and most of them...
Controversial or whatnot.
Right, and most of them I could understand, but that one was just... I didn't like it.
I thought it was great.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, it was a dirty toilet to begin with. He's doing what every guy does, and that's like peeing on the spot of the toilet that's already dirty to try to like pressure blast it to make it clean. It's a game. I don't know. It's built into us. But to have his head flop off and then to pee on your own face, that's tremendous. Tremendous. I haven't seen a kill scene like that in a movie before, so it made me laugh out loud. I liked it. There was another kill scene where, of course, it's designed to be upsetting. There's this ridiculously pregnant woman.
Oh, God, yeah.
Right?
Oh, God, yeah. I didn't like this part either. I really didn't. I'm sorry.
She's in bed. She's sleeping. This puppet crawls up somehow underneath the covers.
Under the blankets.
Enters her...
vagina.
Sure. In some
I said
fashion.
That last video, too.
Just enters her body and ends up exiting out of her actual stomach, like just clawing through, and he steals the fetus and runs off with it, placenta attached and all. I thought that was pretty awesome as far as concept-wise. Execution, it looked really cheesy, but the fact of the matter was, it still happened. It happened, and I liked it. I don't know why. We don't know what happens to that baby. It could, maybe it survived. maybe it's going to be the next Fuhrer in the series of this movie, because I've heard that The Littlest Reich is going to be a trilogy, and this is the first. It did end with a to be continued.
Yes, it did. It did end with a to be continued.
Spoiler.
So we will be reviewing the second one.
Yes.
Because I'll be forced to watch that one too.
Absolutely. But there were quite a lot of, redeeming qualities to the movie. I think the main character, he was good. He has that dry humor aspect. His best friend and / employer was just like this giant Jewish guy who had really cool, kind of quirky personality. They both worked in a comic shop together, and I kind of liked him more than anyone else in the movie.
The Jewish guy?
Yeah, I thought he was more relatable, just to my personality. And as he's dying in the movie, he asks this girl, like, his last words are asking her if she would have...
Would you have fucked me?
Would she have had sex with him?
Oh, sorry, I should have said that.
It's fine. Would she have had sex with him, provided he lived longer and took her out to, like, a couple of nice dinners and didn't say anything too stupid in the meantime?
Right.
And, she said, probably 60% chance, and he was happy with that, and then he croaked. I thought that was a pretty good scene.
I thought it was too, until 5 seconds later she died too. So.
I thought that was good because, at this point, they're trying to escape this hotel where this convention is happening. So, rewind. This story is basically based around the Puppet Master dolls.
Yep.
Are known to have killed a bunch of people 30 years ago. And so they're having a convention for the anniversary of all these murders. And the convention is bringing all these dolls together, and they're going to auction them off, that kind of thing. So all these people with these dolls are staying in the same hotel, and suddenly the dolls start going missing or getting stolen or whatnot. And really, they're just running off on their own.
Right.
And
they're going to other rooms and killing people and stuff like that. That's where it's all happening.
Right. And they happen to... This convention happens to be attended by pretty much everything Nazis hate. These dolls are apparently now Nazis. They were originally, in the first few Puppet Masters at least, created by a Frenchman to fight Nazis, but now they are Nazis. I don't know why. I have to refresh myself on the series. But they're now killing basically everyone at the convention because they are either Jewish, gay, interracial couples. What were some of the other ones?
I don't remember.
I don't know. But basically anything that a Nazi would typically want to kill,
right?
They're doing. So, back to where we were at before.
Sorry.
They're in a hotel room, and this Jewish friend just gets killed, and he tells them, "Jump out the window. It's the only way." So they're in a hotel room, probably on the 3rd floor or something like that.
3rd floor, yeah.
And so they decide they're going to jump out the window. The window conveniently has a giant dumpster that has really soft garbage in it that's not going to impale them or anything of that nature.
As long as they jump into the garbage can.
The first 2 people jump out, great. They do fantastically. They get out, and the girl who said she 60% might have had sex with the Jewish guy jumps out the window. She does kind of like a weird, floppy fall out the window and lands smack dab on the edge of the dumpster, like just splitting her head wide open and just immediately bleeding out.
I would have preferred to die by a puppet.
No, I think that was an awesome death. Like, it's a quick, easy way to go. It was your own doing.
That's
it wasn't.
True.
You probably didn't suffer, but you got to fly for a few seconds beforehand. and you get style points, right? She did get style points. I laughed, and even if I was there in real life, I probably would have laughed for a second and be like, "Oh,
I'm about to die! Oh shit!"
Well, I mean, no. If I was one of the people watching it, I would have like, "Oh, that just happened," you know.
Right.
But I would have laughed for a second first, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm a horrible person." But
hopefully, you wouldn't laugh for a second if it was me.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, if you had style, and it still wound up in calamity, I'd have been like, "Oh man, I'm going to tell some people about this," right?
That's just great. Your wife, mother of your children, your partner.
Yeah, life finds a way. You know, you gotta find a way to deal with the tragedy.
You're mean.
You know, in comedy, usually the best way.
Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway, so I personally liked the movie a lot.
Did you like it more than you liked the other movie?
I liked them. They're different genres. Like, I liked them for different reasons, and I didn't like them for different reasons.
True.
I didn't expect the Along Came the Devil to be a horror comedy, so it doesn't stack up. So it's apples and oranges. I did like this quite a bit. Really, the only reason I didn't have as much fun with this one is because it just didn't feel as good. I was super full from the meal that we had right beforehand.
I know, I kind of feel like crap too.
And it was just like, I can't enjoy it as much because I just feel so full from all the ice cream and stuff we had. But really, the only thing that disappointed me, I had a little bit of unrealistic expectations due to some reviews that I read or heard from a couple of different media outlets. I thought that it might be a little bit funnier than it was. I still thought it was funny.
Yeah,
but
it had a few moments for sure.
Not as hilarious as I expected.
Right.
Like, there are certain movies that I watch and I just tickled pink.
Oh yeah.
By the nonsense that happens.
Like Baywatch.
Well, yeah, but that's not a horror movie.
I know. I'm just saying.
I mean, like,
you
can't go wrong with like American Horror Story.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, that's comedy gold.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do that one. Oh man.
Okay.
Love that one. All right. Our video cut off at some point in time.
And we're not sure when it was because we don't
know.
pay attention.
We don't pay attention.
We should, but we don't.
But it apparently was running for long enough that it filled up the phone. So that tells me we need to wrap things up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everybody died. The end. Well, not the living guy.
Most people died.
I feel like we didn't even review the movie very well.
We might have.
We might have. We'll have to figure that out tomorrow.
Yeah, we might have. But
I thought we did a really good job on the other movie.
Right.
But I don't know if we did a good job on this movie. But
who knows?
Maybe we did.
I think we might have, but I don't know how much was lost.
Right, because we did lose a lot. A lot. We definitely covered the movie. The part where the camera got off.
So we're going to see where things lie at the end of all this nonsense.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts. A. One pair of good boobs. One pair of gnarly boobs.
I don't think they heard the gnarly boob story.
Maybe not. There's a chick who has
horrible boobs.
Horrible boobs.
Horrible fake butt.
That she's at least 50-something. Got a lot of work done.
On her face.
Her
everywhere.
entire face is fake.
Yes.
Cheeks, eyes, chin, lips, the whole shebang.
Yep.
Boobs look like individual...
like basketballs. Just
globes.
Yeah, like just...
stuck underneath skin. Her butt Probably the best work she has.
Right. It wasn't terrible, but it was still fake.
Definitely fake, but horrible. She was the plastic person from hell. Just totally over the hill. Probably like the producer's wife or girlfriend.
Oh,
who,
yeah.
Who just needed to be put into the movie to appease her.
Yeah. Because she wasn't even really in the movie for anything specific.
She was just in there to show her body and die.
That's it, yeah.
So, good boobs, bad boobs. Many deaths.
Lots of deaths.
Some were
very disgusting.
Funny. Some were disturbing. All, I think, were satisfying.
Most of them.
Mostly satisfying.
I would say like that one. I don't know. I'm sure you. Hopefully we had that recorded on there. Is the one I hope. The one in the bathroom. That was satisfying for you, not for me.
Right. Satisfying for me. I have the twisted sense of humor that she does not.
But that's not true. I do have a twisted sense of humor, babe. It's just not as twisted as yours. It's not. But I still have a very twisted sense of humor. So don't...
Okay.
I do.
Sure. I mean, you have to live with me.
Yes, I do. And I do. Trust me.
How many moons do you give it? Because we decided we were going to, instead of stars, we were going to go with moons because it's Moon Boy.
Moon Boy. We're even going to get a sticker for the back of my Jeep that says Moon Boy.
Moon Boy.
But you have to get them made. Do you know how to get them made?
I certainly do.
Well, get
I had my entire car
But
wrapped.
I don't want one made that's going to cover my whole window. I just want one
You're
like
going
this
to get the
big.
whole car wrapped.
No, I want like this
It's
big.
going to be amazing.
Like this big.
Tremendous.
Like this big.
This big. Blown up. 700 times.
I won't put one on that size on my Jeep. But I will rip it off the second he leaves. Yes, I will.
But anyway.
I would say, how many did I say before? 6. I would say 6, which is still is an F because it's 60%.
6 is an F.
But.
I disagree.
Right. And that's why a lot of times it's good because a lot of times.
No, an F is never good.
No, but I'm saying a lot of times you and I like very different things.
Sure. But you're wrong.
What do you give the movie? Okay. What would you give it?
I would give it a 7.
A 7. So I'm wrong. You're gonna go up one number.
That's right. But it's a big difference. It's between passing and failing.
And a D.
Right. So
can I give it like 6.5? I don't want to though.
No,
6.
You don't.
I would probably go 4, but I'm gonna say 6 because Andrew. I know. I would.
A 4? Why a 4?
I don't know. I feel like maybe just because I want to irritate you. I'm just kidding. I really...
She does. She just wants to irritate me.
Isn't he so much fun to irritate, though?
That's what she lives for.
Oh, yeah, because you never do that to me. Whatever.
Not once.
We do a lot of that. We both do.
No.
Yes, we do.
No.
Everybody can tell you got your lying face on, so don't even start.
So, I give it a 7. I give it 7 moons.
6 moons. That's what we're going to have to do at the end of all of our videos, is do the moons.
The moons, of course. High five. High fives.
High fives.
Are